definitely has been a busy day for me, as you can see by those two clips. So I've second awakened 2 monsters in one day. One in my main, that's Raoq, and one in my second account, which is this one, and that's Gorgo. And when I say busy day, I actually mean busy since the update. So I've been farming the Dimensional Hole on those 2 accounts regularly. I haven't been farming it so much in my other 2 because I haven't got any creatures yet to second awaken. I'm thinking about farming Belladon in one of the accounts, but putting that to the side. So it's been very busy, but the reason I also showed those 2 clips was actually to point out the 2 tactics that I've found works in the Dimensional Hole. The first team, the team that you saw from my main, which is using Raoq, that was purely about attack gauge manipulation. So Fran, Lampus were attack gauge manipulation in the sense that they were decreasing the attack gauge of the enemy, and Vertical, the vampire, the red fire vampire there, was just increasing the attack gauge for my team. So I found that works because at the boss stage you can't stun the monsters. I haven't found nuking the boss stage rather successful. I find that you either just nuke it just to the point where it's just not enough and you'll lose. So I found the best tactic for the team in my main was to attack gauge manipulation. The second tactic, which is the second team, so my second account, so this account's team, was using Skogul, and Antenna and Emma and Gorgo himself, which was just pure tankiness. I was just trying to out-tank the opposing team and take the beatings that were coming my way, and therefore still hanging in there and winning from there. So Skogul, you saw, was doing most of the damage. Skogul was the one who took out the opposing teams. Gorgo really didn't do much, but that's partly because poor Gorgo needed Death Break for him to really be doing much in that battle. So really, it was just a matter of me out-tanking, outlasting, and Skogul clearing for me. A little bit slower, but it works. So for those who are struggling with the Dimensional Hole, those are the 2 main tactics. So with attack gauge manipulation, I know a very common team that's being currently used is Fran and Twins. So using Shayna, the fire, not the boomerang. What's the other one? Chakram Dancer. And the water boomerang, which is Sabrina. So I've seen a lot of teams just being Fran and those 2 twins, and they work quite well. I don't have the twins in my main or second account, so I couldn't use that. I've got the twins in my baby account, but not in my main or this account. So I know that seems to be the very common, and that works because it's attack gauge manipulation again. So yeah, tankiness or attack gauge manipulation if you're struggling. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is the skills. Now, I know that when they first announced the Dimensional Hole, a lot of YouTubers out there were getting quite up in arms about the fact that, we have to reskill these guys. And I actually want to point out that no, you don't. You're not reskilling them. I've come to this realization only through second awakening Raoq and Gorgo. So let me use Raoq and Gorgo as the examples. So when I look at Raw, his first skill, it's 3-turn cooldown. If I look at his primary skill, Thrash, thrashes the enemy, inflicting damage proportionate to max HP. Yeah, that's not changed. The attack has an 85% chance to reduce the enemy's attack bar. So 85% chance of reducing the enemy's attack bar. I want you to focus that bit. And on Raw, I want you to focus on the 3-turn cooldown. Now, if I go to Monster Collection, let's go straight to here. Open that one up. Okay, so this is going to be easier just to show what I'm trying to point out. So if we go back to good old, do you love it? How cute was that? How cute, baby Gorgo. Sorry. Oh, got distracted. Look back at Gorgo. Let's look at his second skill. Increase damage proportionate to max HP to all enemies, and then decrease attack power. Reusable in 5 turns. However, if I max him out, which I have, it'll be a 3-turn cooldown, but it's 5 turns with no skill ups. Okay, bear that in mind. Then we look at his primary skill, it's a 50% chance to reduce the enemy's attack bar. But when he's maxed up, that will change from 50 to 85. 85, 3 turn. We'll make this guy back to what I've just done to him. It's innately 85 in his primary and innately a full 3 turn cooldown. So what I'm trying to point out is not resetting the skills, you're actually extending them further. So realistically, this should be level 6 and level 7, not level 2 and level 3, should be level 6 and level 7. Just imagine it's adding even more to it, because that's what it is exactly doing. And then if we go to this one, so if I go back here, that's level 7, yeah? So this is actually level 8, level 9, and level 10. And it's, again, I guess what I'm trying to point out is, yes, actually, it is worthwhile skilling these guys up, even with Devilmons, because these guys are now Nat 5s. Look at the HP on that. So if I go back to here, this is max 25. Yeah, so it's not going to be a clear example, but that HP, 12,180. That's Nat 5 HP. In fact, let's go to this guy. He's a HP mon. He's 12,015. Yeah, he's a Nat 5, 12,015. Gorgo, 12,180. So he's bigger. That's Nat 5 stats. That is Nat 5. So he's a Nat 5, and these are the Nat 5 skill ups. They're extensions of before. Alright, so just to reinforce that, let's go to Raoq. Let's go to Raoq, who I did in my main. Where are we? So this guy. This is what I did in my main. Yeah? So let's go back to when he was mini Raoq, and look at this. So attacks with a giant claw to weaken the enemy's defense with a 50% chance. And when it's maxed out, it's 70% chance, yeah? And this one is 4 turns. Cooldown when it's used maxed out is 3. Okay. So let's go to Giant Raoq. 70% chance. That's not decreased. It stayed where it was. And this one has stayed where it was again, 3 turns. So again, I'm going to tell you, these are extensions of the levels from when it was previous. So realistically, that sixth level there, yeah, and that's level 2. So realistically, that should be, this level 2 should be 7, level 3 not 8, 9 and 10, and this one is level 5. Level 5. No, sorry. Sorry. 3, 4, and 5. 3, 4, 5. Is that correct? Sorry. Yeah. 3, 4, 5. So these aren't resets. These are extensions of what it already is. So I'm telling you this so that you guys don't panic about it, and that you actually feel okay Devilmoning these guys, because these are Nat 5s. These are no longer the Raoq. This is not Raoq that you used to know, or Gorgo that you used to know, or whoever you're going to do this to. Note that their skills do not decrease. They stay where they are, and then the levels up from there are just increasing it further. So I thought I'd point that out to you guys, because this is what I learned today. I'm sure other people have learnt it, but these are not resetting your skills. You're extending them beyond what they already are. So you haven't lost anything from skill maxing out back when they were the usual Raoq. They're actually just going beyond that. So I hope that is some food for thought for you guys when it comes to your second awakenings, because I'm sure everyone's out there doing some form of second awakening. Don't feel hesitant about putting Devilmons into these guys, because I will be after reading all that. My Gorgo especially is going to get my Devilmons in on my second account. Look, so that will be that one. I hope that was, as I say, food for thought. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yep, as always, Karo signing off.